Wrapping up day 2 of Bilderberg. This is Josh Friedman, joined by German journalist Max Bachmann. Max, it's been a long day. How are you doing right now?
My legs are pretty tired, but I think especially in the end we got a pretty good shot with Eric Schmidt.
That was nice bumping into Eric Schmidt for the second day in a row, but
maybe we will get the hat trick.
But for now, I'd like to discuss Germany, and specifically a German politician who, to me, should be the major storyline of the conference right now. But I'm not hearing a lot about her, but thanks to you, we're going to try to piece together what's going on. So,
well, I think the woman you're talking about is Annegret Kramp-Karrenbauer, also known as AKK, because even for German people, that name is very hard to pronounce, apparently. And she was cited on the list, and for me at first it was like, oh, huge that she's coming, obviously, but also it's not that big of a surprise. Merkel was there in 2005, just prior to her getting into power, and now you have AKK, the natural successor of Angela Merkel, because in her party, the CDU, the Christian Democratic Union, it's common practice that the party leader also gets to be the chancellor, and CDU is still the largest party in Germany, but they are suffering a lot in recent elections.
Okay, so let's try to get caught up to date with what's going on here. So AKK was on the official list, and her name has been removed, and I noticed that last night. Maybe it was removed sooner. What is being said in the German media about this?
Yeah, you were actually the first one to tell me about it. Then I checked my comment section and 2 people were saying the same. There were 3 or 4 articles in the mainstream about AKK coming here, but there's only one article that is reporting on her not being here, which is very interesting. It's I don't know, I think they are in Frankfurt, but I can't confirm. It's quite interesting that she seemed, or due to official news, she seems to have cancelled the meeting on her own because of some business that is there, that is going to be some party business that is going to be happening on Sunday. But I thought she would at least stay until Saturday.
Has there been any statement released from her or from the party?
Yeah, from the party is saying that she cancelled it because of the meeting on Sunday, which I don't really buy into it, because she could have cancelled much earlier, because that meeting with or that party business is pretty much been set for at least a couple of weeks. If she wanted, she could have just cancelled her invitation much earlier and would not get the coverage of the mainstream saying that she is there. So that actually got some attention towards the Bilderberg meeting and her being there. And now she isn't here, but she got the bad press of being here, which is very, very odd move.
It seems like there was a miscalculation politically.
Yeah.
Do you think there's any chance? We know that in the past there have been individuals who are not on the list who did appear. Do you think there's any chance that she did appear or is here right now and that she'll be departing quickly undercover?
Of course, I think there's no logical reason to not be here. For her, this is kind of a once-in-a-lifetime chance maybe to be at Bilderberg, because you have such high-level connections that you can make here. The networking effect of this event must be huge for someone even on her level, as the party leader of the biggest party in Germany. And so I think there's no real reason she would miss out on it, especially for the thing that's going on in Germany, the CDU party meeting. I don't think that's that important to quit Bilderberg.
As the motorbikes pass by,
let's
discuss a little bit about what's going on in general with CDU and the political situation in Germany. So There were elections just a week ago, European Parliament elections, and how did they go for the CDU?
Well, not too good. They lost, I think, almost over 10%, which is quite big. Prior to that was a social media campaign by a bunch of YouTubers saying that you should not vote CDU because of their stuff that they are doing around climate change or about climate change. It wasn't enough for them, even though in my opinion CDU is doing pretty much Green Party politics at this point, doing a lot of stuff that the Green Party was rooting for back in the 80s, like shutting down the atomic energy, getting into green energy, like stuff like that. That's all under CDU leadership in Germany. Yet still, the Green Party has a huge uprising in the recent European elections, which also coincides with an uprising of the AfD, which is the kind of populist party, if you will. Especially in the former Eastern Germany countries, the AfD was pretty successful. They actually won the European elections in 2 of the countries.
States?
States. I'm sorry.
No problem.
It's one of the... Yeah, okay. And the states. They are... Yeah, that's a pretty interesting sign, because you have the very left-wing, very globalist, heavy Green Party on the other side, and then the nationalist kind of party on the other side with the AfD both rising, while the parties from the so-called middle are all shrinking.
Do you think Bilderberg is concerned with these trends in Germany?
I think they're pretty happy about the Green Party, about the Green Party's uprising. But last year I asked several people what they thought about the populist uprising, and they said they weren't very happy about it. So they actually talked, and one of them was a European commissioner, Oettinger is his name. He said that they have no chance and that we will win and stuff like that. So I think they're more on the Green Party side. You actually have Green Party members from different countries like the Netherlands in there, but not from Germany.
Do you have any last thoughts on this AKK disappearance situation?
It's still pretty new. I'm still thinking about it. I mean, her just leaving and not going, it's pretty mysterious around her. I didn't think she would be in that place. In the beginning, there was a pretty popular candidate, especially around the conservatives.
You didn't think that she would
be the party leader? Yeah, the election was quite recently. I think by the end of last year, if I recall correctly. There's so much happening in Germany that you kind of forget about these things. But I didn't think she would be it, and she hasn't really delivered anything. There were, there weren't that many elections, but especially in the European elections after that huge drop, and also the reaction that they showed to this social media campaign that I mentioned, it was just all very, very bad, and they deserve to go down kind of because they're just doing poorly.
So maybe this is a sign of her demise, but we don't know.
I would put that. I wouldn't put that to. I wouldn't doubt that too much. I think that's actually a thing that we could see if the establishment actually wants to hold on to the Christian Democratic Union. Could also be that they would just doing a controlled demolition with AKK and just let that party fall and let the Green Party rise and let them fight against AfD and doing all kinds of divide and conquer strategies. And maybe, the mindset, the political mindset is so different in Eastern and Western Germany. You can see it on the voting maps of especially with Green Party and left-wing parties. And you really see the difference between Western and Eastern Germany still, which is a huge deal.
Is your coverage of Bilderberg strictly in German?
Yeah, it only is in German because I'm so lazy of subtitling all my German stuff in English. Then also I don't think it really needs any more English coverage because there's you here and Dan Dix and Luke of We Are Change.
There's not that many people.
Yeah, it's not that many people, but people enjoying. I think they like my stuff.
For the German speakers who are interested in following developments at Bilderberg, where do they check out your coverage?
It's the German people will understand and know how to pronounce it. It's eingeschenkt.tv. That's my channel, and we do lots of stuff like interviews with just the regular alternative media game, I guess.
Okay, well, Max, danke schön.
Bitteschön.
And see you around for the rest of Bilderberg.
See ya.